Today, I saw a man fly. That's right, yesterday I got the chance to watch Superman, the first movie in the DCU, written and directed by James Gunn. I'm going to tell you guys my thoughts on the movie, and I'm going to do my absolute best to deep dive into what we just witnessed in YouTube Shorts. So if you haven't followed me yet, make sure you guys subscribe and turn on your post notifications, and be sure to check out again for that Shorts feed, because I'm definitely going to be talking a whole bunch of Superman in my Shorts content. And also hit a like button, it really helps out on the videos, and I really am going to be diving deep into all the media that we have around the corner, because not only about this movie, but of course Fantastic Four. When Superman gets drawn into conflicts at home and abroad, his actions are questioned, giving tech billionaire Lex Luthor the opportunity to get the Man of Steel out the way for good. Will reporter Lois Lane and Superman's four-legged companion Crypto be able to help him before it's too late? That is just a little bit of the plot synopsis, but Superman. This character is just so big. I'm really am curious how James Gunn manages to pull this off, because this isn't the first comic book movie that he's done. Like, he has done so many things with Guardians of the Galaxy, with Suicide Squad. I believe my favorite Guardians of the Galaxy movie is Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, and of course he did a fantastic job with the Suicide Squad in redeeming those characters. But Superman is a part of a team. He's just one person who has all these amazing powers, so something like that is going to be different for James Gunn. Something like him, he needs to focus, he needs to lock in and make sure that this Superman is brought to screen with the most absolute justice. And what I gotta say about that is, I think he just hit a home run, and I don't think that he can miss.
In the heat of battle, he don't miss.
No.
In the heat of controversy, he don't miss.
I'm going to be talking about like the things that I like, while also talking about the other things that people might be mixed on, because like it's a really good conversation to be had. But starting right off the bat with my first big highlight is David Cornsweet. Okay, this guy is Superman. This Superman is just so much different. He's more laid back. He makes jokes. He always comes in with a smile on his face, but when he comes to Superman duties, he's more serious. David just manages to take control of the scene every time he gets on screen, because when it comes to this Superman, he really cares and he really has passion in this film. I was trying to watch a lot of Superman media before I saw this new one, and one of the things that I like about Superman is that he cares. He cares about doing the right thing, and he pretty much believes that there shouldn't be a barrier of trying to save lives, because like when you have these powers, of course you want to do good things. And he's just following what he learned from his parents, not only from his biological parents or the Kent family, but he wants to be a good person trying to save people, and really is a beacon of hope. And that's one thing that I like when it comes to this movie's message about being good and doing the right thing in a world where you get questioned because you did the right thing. In this case, with Superman being all powerful that he is, he stops a war. One of the scenes I liked about in this movie is the interview scene with him and Lois in that one room, because you really feel the passion that Clark has. He's struggling which talking point should he stand on. Is it with Clark Kent, or is it Superman? He's juggling back and forth, because like things get really heated at that point. We stay with that scene a little bit longer, but it just shows that this is Superman, a Superman that I've been waiting to see again on the big screen. And I really haven't felt like the magic of watching a Superman movie when I watched the Christopher Reeve Superman in 1978. Let's talk about some other side characters in the movie. Let's start with Lois Lane. To me, I think that Rachel Brosnahan plays Lois to such a T. She is so Lois Lane coded, and her with the scenes with David as Clark and Lois are chef's kiss. She is, without a shadow of a doubt, better than Amy Adams as Lois Lane in the DCEU. She's a reporter that's going to look for the truth no matter what. She is cutting. She is pretty much fearless, and she doesn't take shit from nobody, especially when it comes to Green Lantern into this movie. Segueing to the Justice Gang, I believe that Guy Gardner's Nathan Fillion as this character was pretty good. Like my theater was laughing. He pretty much is like, you know what, I think I'm better than you type of guy, and that is so Guy Gardner coded. And also the constructs that he was doing in this movie, oh my goodness, I need to know if we're gonna have like the same thing when it comes to the Lantern show that HBO Max is going to have. Unfortunately, Isabella Marcet's character as Hawk Girl gets the short end of the stick. You know, she does have a few scenes here or there, but she barely gets to do anything to do. So I would say like she doesn't shine as much as well as I wanted her to be. But hands down, the best character in the Justice Gang is Eddie Gaddetti. I hope I'm pronouncing his last name right, as Mr. Terrific. In this movie, he has a good and incredible fight scene, and he pretty much just ore farms into this movie. And I gotta say, he is also redeemed too, because we will never forget what Fox did to him as Darwin. I don't care how long it's been. I will always be bitter when it comes to that. But like my goodness, I need like 5 Mr. Terrific movies right now. And I'm saving this one for last because we gotta talk about as Nicholas Hoult, Lex Luthor. This version of Lex Luthor is such a crash out, such a day one hater, that I loved his performance. He played such a good Lex Luthor. I could not emphasize this enough that we got a good Lex Luthor, and oh my goodness, Jesse Eisenberg. Oh my goodness, he was so not Lex Luthor material, but when I saw Nicholas Hoult and being like a day one hater that he is, I kept like having a big ass smile on my face, man. He was so good in this movie. Also, Crypto, best boy ever. He deserves all the treats, and I need to see our lovable boy on the big screen once again. Hopefully, he does like a future project or so. But getting into the things that I think that people are going to be mixed on the movie is its comic book feel. This movie pretty much embraces comic book and pretty much just dives right deep into the world of comic bookisms in general. And I truly think that people are not going to like it. The second thing I would have to say is the CGI. I think people are going to complain about that much because of how it looks. And to me, the third act when it came to the CGI, you know, the big battle, it didn't bother me because like I like that. I like that third act so much. I really cannot stop thinking about how that third act was because like again, put a big ass smile on my face and I was just like grinning from ear to ear. As far as my mixed stuff, I don't really have anything else to say because like I really don't have anything of a nitpick or something that I just really did not like about the movie. I just want to talk about like just like the mixed stuff that I think that people will have once they see this movie. But at the end of the day, Superman was one of my most anticipated movies of 2025. After a long wait, after entering the July month, I finally watched it and it did not let me down. I really had an absolute blast with this movie. I love the character of Superman in here, the version that we got, and I love the established world building. I just definitely had like a good theater experience. Everyone was clapping, everyone was cheering and laughing. I just can't help but to be in a good room with a whole bunch of people just watching a good movie. So with that being said, I'm going to have to give Superman The first movie in the DCU, a 5 out of 5 stars. You could say recency bias all you want, but I think at the end of the day is what a movie that you see in theaters, see how it resonates with you, and this movie resonates with me with a whole bunch of passion. This is my Superman that I've always wanted to see, and I really hope that we get to have more future projects with Superman because, like, I need David to have a bunch of scenes with all the Justice League members once we get there. I'm hoping that we get the Justice League in the DCU, but I hope that being said, this movie is just so good at what it does, and it gave me something that I always wanted, a good Superman movie. Again, 5 out of 5. That's just my thoughts, but let me know in the comment section what you guys saw down below. And like I said before, if you guys are new to my channel, feel free to subscribe and also check my YouTube Shorts feed because I'm definitely going to be talking about some other stuff Superman related. We're going to be talking about movies, villains, rank lists, all of that stuff. So be sure to check that out and hit a like on the video if you haven't already. With that being said, my name is Alex. I hope you guys are having a good day or good night whenever it is you are watching. Take care.